Today we're going to be talking about the recent tournament that just took place within Deadrop. Snapshot 5 hasn't even been out for 3 weeks or let alone even a month yet. And this is incredible to see, you know, to see the community come together like that and to not only host a competition / tournament for the game, but to have so many people come out and such a decent prize pool too for a very new game that's not even really being born yet is just incredible to see. And I'm excited to see where these tournaments go in the future and to see how they're going to be taking place over the next couple of weeks. These happen every single Monday, hosted by the content creator named Brycent, and they happen at 6 p.m. on said Mondays. This one took about 8 hours. I believe it took a good amount of time, but it was just very cool to see. It's 32 players and the rules are head-to-head 1v1, so basically you just load into a game the same time as another player. If you don't know within Deadrop, since the community is still relatively small, it's very easy to get into a game with somebody else. Essentially, you both just queue up at the exact same time, and pretty much 9.5 times out of 10, you'll be able to get into the same lobby as that person. So you both jump into a lobby together. Every kill that you get is worth 2 points. An early extraction, also known as if you take a door around the map, so opening up one of the vaults, using the helicopter, or even using the zip line, this will also give you 2 points. The final extraction, which I think is a little bit interesting because, you know, it's pretty easy to use the early extract. I think the early extract should only be worth, I think it should be left at 2, honestly, but I think the final extract should be worth 4 points, if anything. I'm not sitting here trying to tell him how to run his tournament. If anything, I want to play in the tournament, and I think it's very cool that there is a tournament for Deadrop this early in the game's life cycle. I just think it's a lot more challenging to actually take that final extract than it is to take any early extract out of the map. With that being said, I think it should be worth 2 extra points. I think this would also make it a little bit more viable for people to be taking that final extract. I've watched virtually basically every single game that took place in the tournament yesterday, and this is just my feedback from what I've seen. I think it was ran unbelievably well. There were times where cheaters were in the lobby, so that is very unfortunate to see. Obviously, that it's very rare to find a cheater in Deadrop. After hearing that, that's the second cheater I've heard about. I've actually died to a cheater once too, so it's pretty unfortunate. But so the final extract, the super lift, is worth 3 points, and then the final Deadrop, basically winning by being the last person standing on the map, is also worth 6 points. I feel like this also too could be a little bit cheesed, just because say the last player doesn't understand that you could just simply hop off the top of the elevator and be the last man standing within the map. That way you'll just go from 3 to 6 points like that. But at the end of the day, they are good players. They play the game every single day, so they will know once they see that match end timer that it's going to be a 1v1 duke it out situation, and I love that very much. This last tournament that happened on Monday was a $950 $1,000 prize pool. First place gets 45% of that, second place gets 20, third gets 15, fourth gets 10%, and then fifth place to 8th place gets 10%. And I believe also if you come within the top 16 out of those 32, so make it in the bottom half of the bracket, you will be invited to next week's tournament. Another thing I want to add is everybody playing in the tournament was asked to stream their perspective. This is to make sure that you're not doing anything shady. Now that I've gotten the information of the tournament out of the way, I want to talk about my personal opinions. And I'm not going to bash on it whatsoever, because I think it is so cool that someone so passionate enough and dedicated to the game this early on in its life cycle was able to sit there, invite 32 other people to play, stream their perspectives, interview the players, talk about, you know, what did you do wrong in that game? What do you feel like you can improve in that game? And show the community that these players are dedicated to this game and that a competitive scene in this game is already coming to life only a couple weeks after the snapshot of the pre-alpha came out. I think we're in for a hell of a ride in terms of the competitive scene with Deadrop. This definitely opens up the doors to esports down the road. This reminds me very heavily of what Keemstar did when Fortnite came out. He hosted the Fortnite Friday event because there actually were no competitive esports or competitive competitions within Fortnite at the time. It was actually hosted by community members. And I think as this grows, and it definitely will grow, I hope this does not ever die. I think this is super cool. The prize pool is only going to get better. Sorry, bigger. Even just $950, even $400 in a prize pool is so good. But obviously it will grow over time as the popularity increases. The player base will grow, the audience will grow, and especially the skill gap and the skill of the player base and the players in the tournament will grow very well. I'm personally someone who really enjoys the competitive aspect of games. I think especially with the Docs game, we have a very, very good ground for a tournament or for a competitive aspect and tournaments within this game. I think as the snapshots increase as well, as we go to snapshot 6, 7, 8, and the full release of the game, I think they'll just keep getting better and better, and I'm very excited to see where this goes for the future and to see next week's tournament. Hopefully you guys can be seeing Crazy play in a tournament, because I'd love to just sit there, practice, prepare, and hopefully have Crazy Pie come up on top in one of these tournaments. I think it'd be incredible. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but most importantly for me, I just want to be able to play against very good players to improve. I think the only way you will be ever able to improve in a video game is by playing against players who have similar skill or better skill. You won't ever get better at playing at a game by just playing against bots the entire time. You'll just be getting worse, if anything. Yeah, let me know if you were in the tournament, what you think of the tournament down below. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to enter for next time, or if you're thinking to. Obviously I can't give you the permission to, but if you're trying to enter and if you are in the know and you are wanting to enter, that'd be pretty cool. You know, hopefully some of you guys watching this can play in these tournaments one day, because they do seem very cool and very fun. And until the next one, I'm gonna be looking forward to watching it, reviewing the gameplay, seeing what these pro players are doing and how you can implement it into your own game. I'm just looking forward to seeing where this can go into the future. So another big thank you to Brycent for hosting this, giving us all a very entertaining night in the Deadrop community, and essentially thank you for bringing this together to bring the community together. You know, like, there really hasn't been that much within the Deadrop community since it released, other than the Snapshot 5 reveal event. I know the game did just come out, so they're obviously not going to have that much stuff right now, so I kind of take that back. But thank you for having the community come together. Thank you for giving them a place to sit, talk, and watch Deadrop, and thank you for getting the competitive scene sparked and rolling within the Deadrop video game. Looking forward to see where this goes. Like I said countless times, Brycent, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are, you probably aren't, but you're a pretty good man. You know, you're a very good man for hosting this, and I really hope to see where this goes in the future. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep playing Deadrop if you're enjoying it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.